Joaquin in Stockton. This is the Artist Hour. Tonight we have Kato and the Donuts.
So, Kato the Donuts, how you guys been?
We're good, man. We're good. We got 2/3 of our band here tonight.
Yep.
Trevor, the amazing, Trevor
Bearclaw
Skinner.
There you go.
And I'm Kato.
So you're gonna be playing a song today.
Yeah. So this song is a politically charged song from. I actually wrote this in 2016, and it's how I feel when I listen to the news.
Got you.
It's called "Said."
Black and white now may not rhyme, what matters most how we spend our time. And I said, that's what I said. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. That's what I say. Why don't you look my way? Why can't you adjust today? I said, that's what I say. Why don't you look around? Why do I bring you down? And I said, that's what I say. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. That's what I say. What's right? I wish it wasn't such a fight. I said, that's what I say. Can't be about you all the time. There ain't no reason and there ain't no rhyme. And I said, that's what I say. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. That's what I say. Why don't you look my way? Why can't you adjust today? I said, that's what I say. Why don't you look around?
All
Hey.
right. That
So-
was Kato and the Donuts. What was the name of that song?
Said.
Said on the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton. Once again, this is the Artist Hour. When I welcome you if you just tuned in. My name is Alejo. With us is Kato and the Donuts and our host, Joshua.
Hey, what's up, guys? So you said you wrote that in the year 2016?
Yeah, I wrote like right before the election, when we had all the division, and unfortunately, it hasn't gotten any better. Even though I wrote that song,
I know.
more people would
See-
listen to it.
See, what you need to do is you need to make that song, worldwide. At least
I need to
throughout
make a
the
video.
States.
I need to
why
get
we're
serious about recording.
Share it.
Trevor's gonna help me with that. Make a recording, and then my daughter says, "Dad, you want to do anything?" So just a shout out to my daughter Corinne O.C., who is a big. She does all logistics and a lot of the promotion of Rockfemberfest, which we'll get into later. But yeah, she's like, "Dad, these days you got to have a video to get your song out there."
That's
So-
true, because it's that, presentation of your song, your music, and you.
Well, everybody's so visual these
Yeah.
days. That's why everybody watches porn instead of listening to music. I have a song called Pizza and Porn, too. He loves that song. Well, he loves the pizza. You saw him eating it tonight.
Yes.
You guys were all eating pizza. You guys all have pizza, right?
It was good. You should try it. Vegetarian
just-
pizza.
Oh, was it vegetarian?
Yeah.
I just had a bunch of tacos, but I like my pizza
Yes.
and my porn.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Kevin, how long have you been in Kato the Donuts? When did Kato the Donuts establish?
So we had a band called the Lodi Knockouts for, I don't know, 10 plus years when my daughter was fronting the band.
Okay.
And so she moved to LA, and she'd been talking about moving, so I kind of started, I started the Donuts maybe 2 years ago. And Trevor, you've been with us
Really?
only 6-8 months. Yeah, we're pretty new.
No.
But we've been playing. We played as a Knockouts, and I would do some of my original stuff. Mostly it was focused on Corinne's music and a lot of cover stuff. The Donuts have become very much an original band.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably 70% of what we do, unless it's a really long show.
So that means when I started Up Worst Friends because I started, it was August 29th, 2017. That was the official
August
day.
29th. Holy shit. You guys have like anniversary parties and stuff?
No. It's, I know I started it in my mother's garage, and so that was the day I officially started it. So that was kind of around the time I met you.
Uh-huh.
So it was kind of cool to have both bands kind of starting in the
Well,
same time.
that's true. And you guys have come a long ways, I got to say. When you first started playing, you were putting it together, but boy, and the last time I saw you guys and watching on your videos, I got to hand it to you. And you're the manager, right?
Yeah.
Do you write any of the songs, or you?
Off our first EP, I wrote 3 of the 7 songs.
Oh, okay.
So,
But
I
you don't
kinda-
perform.
No.
I didn't
Well,
think so.
there's one song I do, but I'm like screaming. But other than that,
Screamo.
yeah.
Screaming, still performing.
That's right.
Yeah,
On stage.
yeah, he
You're on
was
stage,
there.
That counts.
Was it my 21st birthday?
I was
You played the Moss Burns.
I was there, but I
Yeah.
don't remember you singing though. Maybe I
No,
left.
no, because I was
Maybe you had
outside
too
puking.
much coffee.
Remember?
I remember
Yeah,
that.
it was my 21st birthday.
I do remember
Yeah,
that. Yes.
wasn't on stage singing. I was outside puking.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, I remember.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so I do that. But recently I kind of taken a break from Worst Friends to focus on getting more shows and managing a second band. And just trying to
Oh,
get
there's a second band?
yeah, it's called Saga, and they play punk rock in Stockton.
Oh,
and
cool.
So they're pretty cool.
You
But-
ever need
Yeah,
us to come out and play,
We've had him
man?
on here too.
We'll
Yeah,
come
we
out. We'll come
have.
out and play with you guys.
Yes, for
I mean, I love
sure.
it. Honestly, my favorite gigs are like the 45-minute gigs when we just rock our best stuff.
Yeah, that's the best because it's 45-minute set. It's pretty
Well,
dope.
and that's kind of the way. So, can I go into Rockfemberfest
Of
right now?
course.
So, you guys out there in TV, Facebook land, Instagram. What else we on?
YouTube.
YouTube. That's
Yes.
cool. YouTube. Yeah. So we do a music festival here in little livable, lovable Lodi. Where's our camera here?
It's gonna come back.
Alejo. Did I get the name right? Alejo?
Yes, it is.
That's a pretty cool name. What's that mean in English?
I would assume it's like Alec.
Alex? Alex, maybe. Alec,
Alec?
yeah.
I don't know.
Here we are. All right, there we are. Here we are. So this is. You got it.
There you go.
Come on, Josh. Work the
There you go.
camera.
All right, it's right in front of you. Boom. We have it on a rotation. That's
Oh, we
why.
don't. Does this even? This doesn't even get in there, does it?
Oh yeah, it will.
Like that.
If not,
We'll get
you
in
wanna
some-
give it to me and I can put it up there. It's gonna get behind
Okay,
me.
take care of that, Trevor. If that's a
wanna
better
Handle
spot.
it.
Handle it, Trevor. Handle it, Trevor.
There you
Anyway, so we put on a music
it.
festival
Do it.
for a benefit concert for our veterans, and whether you're liberal or conservative or libertarian or LGBTQ, it doesn't really matter because we all owe a lot to the boys that go and fight for our country. And I'm a big supporter of vets. I'm a big war history buff. So we do Lodi Rockvemberfest. We got 2 breweries we're playing it in this year. 4 stages. Oh, that's all right. I mean, we got all the information here, and I'll talk about the bands.
Pow, pow. Get it.
Pow,
Number
pow,
10.
pow. And we're putting those up all over Stockton and Lodi right now. I don't know if you guys have seen any up yet, but
I've seen a couple.
Cool. And yeah, so Lodi Rockvemberfest, we are all about, number one, we're about having a great time and coming out and playing music if you play, or listen to music if you're a fan, or drinking beer if you just want to come and party. It's going to be an amazing event this year with 4 stages, 40 acts right now we're at. And I'm up to here with trying to get everything booked. Shane Dwight, an amazing blues guitarist, is our headliner. Shout out to Shane. Some of the other guys, we got Matt Jaffe, a kid that Trevor plays with sometimes. The Dirty Pillows, the local Stockton
I'm so
band.
excited for them.
Success.
Shout out to Dirty Pillows.
And a band. I don't know if you stuck around last year for Cities You Wish You Were From. Did you see those guys? I think they played late Friday maybe or Saturday. Those guys freaking rock. Just 2 guys. And
I gotta ask, how come?
you remember those guys? Yeah.
How come you guys didn't
2
get
guys
our
from Mike.
Achilles wheels?
It's complicated, but it's
I wanted to
because
see
they've
them
kind of blown up a
live.
little bit. They
Okay.
want a lot of money, and we're a benefit concert. And Shane's a guy that he plays Jesse's Grove in Lodi. He plays the Murphys. And usually every year he'll play there, both places. He has not played in Lodi yet this year. His scheduling didn't work, so this is gonna be his first event in
Same.
Lodi. So I'm hoping he's gonna be a ticket draw.
Okay.
I mean, Achilles Wheel are great.
Yeah, they headlined
They
last year.
they did headline last year, and they were amazing. And I talked to them, and also Joe Craven.
Okay.
But Corinne, who's really my music festival expert, she's like, Dad, you can't have the same bands every year.
That's
You
true.
got to
Joe?
mix it up.
No Joe this year?
No Joe this year, yeah. But again, and he's blown up too. I mean, he played High Sierra
Oh,
Music
he's
Fest.
awesome.
He's playing. I'm going to see him at Hangtown in Placerville. I'll go do that 4-day music festival.
Nice.
So my point back to, we were talking about 45-minute sets. I basically model this after music festivals I go to.
Yeah,
Even we
sure.
went to a Jazz Fest in New Orleans this year.
Oh, that's
And nobody usually plays more than 45 minutes or an hour. And so the thing is, then if you get a band, I've seen a lot of bands, you go and they're trying to play 2-3 hours. Even the Rolling Stones, and the Rolling Stones are great. I've seen them play I think they play 2.5 hours. But even there's areas where it
Yeah.
slows down
Mhm.
because you can only keep that energy level so long. Get people
So
excited.
they
But-
do like 45-minute sets at a time during one concert, take a break, and then keep going. Is that-
Well, so what High Sierra and honestly Hangtown, and I'm doing a little bit of it this year, is that so for instance, they'll play a set Saturday at 1:00.
right.
And they might not get a lot of people out because people are hungover or whatever, and they're not out because we're at festivals or we're camping for 4
Right, right.
days. But then they'll play again at 11, on a different stage.
right.
And then it might be packed. And then especially for the newer bands, a lot of times these newer bands you've never heard of. And I'll show up, and I'm on a bicycle when I go to these things. I want to see every
That's
stinking
awesome.
band.
That's
Even if I
awesome.
don't see the whole set, I'll show
Yeah.
up, I'll listen to at least 10 minutes and go,
Do a little
all right, these guys
vibe.
aren't that great, I'll go to the next one. But if
Yeah.
they're great, I'll sit there and I go, oh, I got to cut off the last 10 minutes. And a way I really try and time it is see the end of everybody's set, because you always save your best shit for last.
Right.
Just stuff for last, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's kind of, we model Rockvemberfest after. Nobody really gets much more than 45 minutes. Some of our headliners are an hour. Shane, so what we're doing with him, he's going to close out our outdoor stage at Idle Beer Works on Saturday afternoon, like about 6. And then he moves to the indoor stage, because remember it was too cold last year after
Yeah.
about 7 o'clock because the time changes. So we're going to finish indoors. a little different than last year.
Okay.
And so Shane will finish up at Five Windows. So he'll move down to Five Windows and play an hour set there. And then Sunday, he closes out the outdoor stage again at Five Windows. So it's a way we kind of move some people around. Gives everybody a chance to see our headliners. Let's say you can't make it Saturday. He can make it Sunday. Shane's playing Sunday too. So that's kind of what we're trying this year, and hope it's going to be good. But you know, so that's our focus for people to come out and have fun, listen to music, have a great time. And by the way, the $15 you spend and the beer you buy and the donations you make or the tips you give are all going to our veterans, our combat veterans that honestly see the worst of the worst. And that's only like, I believe 8% of our vets actually go see combat or are in combat. And we help the guys with PTSD, which is I've only read about it and I've never experienced, thank God, because I'm sure my head would be screwed up if that was the case. But
so all these proceeds and everything, it's a big deal, because it goes to those veterans who need it.
yeah, it goes to, let's see, where's their, if we can see this,
it
ORW, Operation Restored Warrior. Their logo's on there, and you can go to our website at the Dohnutz, DOHNUTZ.wordpress.com. I'm sure you'll put a link in there with the
Yeah,
video.
we'll make sure we share that flyer on the comments.
And that's
on
how you
the
spell
video.
Keto Dohnutz, right?
Yep.
We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people sometimes ask about that spelling. Like, look, so a bit of history on my nickname. I love to surf down in Baja,
Okay.
and the guy who runs the camp, his name's Kevin, and one of the guys who's one of the pro sailors down there, who's an amazing windsurfing guy. His name's Kevin too. So he has three Kevins working around town. So Kevin, everybody's turning their head. So for a while, and I'm a baker. I bring bread and stuff down to the camp, and so the owner was for a while trying to call me the Pillsbury Doughboy. I didn't answer to that. And then we would call the pro sailor. His last name was MacGyvery, so we called him K-Smack because he'd smack the lip on a surfboard. And then somebody called me K-Do. I'm like, all right, I can live with that. And we originally were spelling it D-O-U-G-H, like you would dough, but that's just too long to write. So I came up with D-O-H.
Okay.
And so then the Dohnutz, D-O-H-N-U-T-Z, really that's what we need to call our fans because they're nuts about me and my band.
You go.
In fact, now on our tip bucket, it says, make a dough, D-O-H, nation. And you can be part of the donation.
Join the donation.
Join the
That's
donation.
Great. That's great. That's tight.
So,
That's good marketing.
and we are low fat, low sugar, high fidelity.
That is true.
Yeah.
Donuts.
Yeah. Are you guys free range?
He is for sure.
Yeah.
He's in Yosemite. He's out in the mountains hiking. He's definitely free range. Nobody keeps him in a box.
Yeah.
Free range, cage free, no Monsanto added.
Yeah.
So
All
what-
organic.
What genre is Keto the Donuts?
You
Because I know
know,
you guys sound kind of, changed throughout those 2 years.
it's a good point. You're right. And I don't like to put myself in a box as a
Yeah.
genre. And as much as, and I got friends that are trying to make it in country the hell's Cole's name?
There's
Cole
actually quite
Hinkle?
a bit of country acts in Lodi popping right now.
Well, because that's what's popular right now.
Yeah.
And that's where people are going to even Shane. Shane's doing some country stuff now. He's living in Nashville. Shane is from Oakland. That's why he's excited to come home and play our event. It's his birthday that weekend.
No.
So don't even forget, I need to make a birthday cake for him. I told him I would. And so he's coming home for his birthday weekend. And Shane's doing some country stuff in Nashville. And it's just because that is a genre that's hot right now.
Right.
But I even said that to Shane. I go, you doing country now? He goes, yeah, but don't worry, I'm going to rock my blues stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
And
Which is yet another really popular genre in Lodi as well. There's a lot of
yeah, it is.
blues.
And honestly, I was trying to. I hit up a couple country acts, and I wanted to get Cole Hinkle again. If you know who
Right.
he is, he played last year, but he said I think he's out on tour. He's going to go out on tour in November,
Good
so
for
he
him.
won't be with us. But
Awesome.
but Cole is an amazing guitar player. He was my lead guitar player for a little while, and I wish he would incorporate more of that into his country.
Yeah.
But and I know, and I get it. It's tough to be the singer, the rhythm guy, try and play leads. It's
Yeah.
just a lot going on. But Cole's a talented young kid, and I love his voice. So, but yeah, so for me, some of my songs sound really country. Like my song "Tomorrow May Not Come." When I play acoustic guitar, it'll sound country.
So is that why? Because I was on your Facebook page like a couple of days ago, and I saw you guys labeled as alternative rock. So is that why? Would you consider? Because being so diverse, some songs country, some like blues, some are rock. So like which?
And honestly, my new genre I'm leaning towards now is funk.
No.
I'm seeing because I mean this guy.
Did you?
I like funk.
You
Yeah.
influenced him, huh?
I don't know. I'm just big on funk.
Well,
Funk is cool.
Mark, our bass player is not here tonight.
Mark's
an amazing bass player. UOP trained, went to school 4 years. UOP, he's got his music degree, and he's just great. I've learned so much from him, and but Mark likes stuff that gets people moving.
Yeah.
And that's the way he plays. And honestly, a lot of the festivals I'm going to, especially when I was at Jazz Fest this year, a lot of bands are getting funky and bringing in horns. The last gig we played, we had a sax player, and he'll be with us at Rock Fember Fest. Mike will play, Mike and Daryl, amazing sax player, and he, unfortunately, he like most people have demanding jobs, and it's hard to get him out for a lot of gigs and rehearsals, but he's one of these guys, another professionally trained kid who grew up playing sax that just steps right in, listens to you for 2 minutes, and all of a sudden he's going off. I can't do that kind of stuff, but me, I can just play what I know and hope everybody else makes me look good.
No, that's true.
He's one of them. No, you make me look good. So
So Trevor, when did you become part of Kato the Donuts? And before that, what's your donut name?
So because I'm
I was
Kato,
gonna say.
I'm the Naked Baker. That's my Facebook page for my consulting business that I do.
Okay.
And some people, I've had people I work for who I don't want to be associated with your Naked Baker. I'm like, dude,
Well,
go look at the Facebook page and see what it says. What the Naked Baker is about is making products without additives,
Right.
without preservatives, without colors,
double meaning.
making it natural.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the meaning of naked in that. And that and I sometimes will bake with nothing but an apron on, but that's beside the point. And not to cut into you, but I'll tell a quick story on how I got that name. Corinne, I make pizza in my backyard in a wood-fired oven. And Corinne was coming home from college. She was going to college in San Francisco. And she was coming home and says, Dad, why don't you make pizza this week? And I okay, so I got the dough already. And she came home and I was in the middle of making up the dough. And it was hot out. So all I got on is an apron and a pair of shorts. And she goes, Dad, we should, what was it before Facebook Live? There was another name, Periscope. Remember Periscope?
yeah.
And
That's
then
for
Facebook
Twitter.
over. So she was, Corinne's like you. She's all over social media. She goes, Dad, we should Periscope this. I go, what's that? Well, it's all live video, and I got fans all over the world. And so she puts,
speaking
so
of
she.
that, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Kenny watching us all the way from Utah right now.
All right, Kenny. I was skiing Utah last April or June, April, March. But so she puts it on Periscope and she starts filming me, and I'm standing behind a bench and I'm making the dough, and all I got's an apron on. And somebody puts up on the, they make the comments, hey, is he naked? So Corinne starts laughing, goes, Dad, they think you're naked. So I go, oh yeah, I'm the Naked Baker, and I got my own TV show coming out. And anyway, so that's where the name came from. So
Nice.
go ahead.
People also got pretty upset about that "Eat Me" sign in
Oh, in
Lodi.
Lodi, huh?
The what?
The "Eat Me" sign.
Oh yeah, on Cherokee Lane. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
That's
I'm
Was that an
assuming
ice
it's
cream
just-
shop,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
An ice cream
House,
shop.
House Ice Cream.
House of ice cream, yeah.
People are sensitive, man.
Yeah.
Well,
It's still there though, so
It is. It is.
Oh, I agree with that. It's like don't be so sensitive, and I don't know. I mean, I think
I
this is
just
what.
think
I saw that on ABC.
when you
actually,
hear
dude.
yourself argue against that, don't you like feel a little silly?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
ice cream.
It's
you
an
know?
ice
Yeah.
cream shop. Like, haha. It's called having
If
humor.
your kid
Pick
knows
on.
what the slang meaning to that is, then you haven't raised him right. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or it's
Yeah.
just
Or you
There's another
have,
conversation
or you
we
have,
had right
and
there,
maybe
yeah.
there can
Yeah.
be mature adults who can read a sign that says "Eat Me" and be like, haha, that's funny, and go eat ice cream.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Do you think they're gonna move it? I know the city's trying to get him.
Well, with free speech, why should they? So
That's true.
yeah.
Should move it somewhere else. Make it bigger. The message. Make the message there.
You know what? I'm going to see
Oh.
if they want to have a booth at the Rock Fember Fest. You can
There
put your
you
Eat Me
go.
sign all over the
Hey,
place.
There you go.
I got a friend listening from
As
Argentina.
long as you'll
right
donate
now.
some of the proceeds to the veterans,
Yes.
we can eat you all day long.
Look at that networking, even on the show. Shout out to your friend in Argentina.
Yeah, Delfina.
You got Argentina online?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, were you born there?
Yes, I was.
Nice. How long you been here?
the first time I was here for like 5 years, and now.
Wait a minute, are your papers good?
Oh yeah, don't worry about
I'm
it.
joking. I'm joking.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because Trevor would marry you if they weren't.
Yep.
we. It's funny. Me and my best friend were thinking about that when I first moved out here. We're like, dude, let's just get married. It's legal now, and I can get my papers.
You can just
I
be
ended
buddies,
up getting
right?
them, you know,
Yeah.
through my family and everything. But it was funny. We thought about that.
That's a crazy world we live in.
Just want to remind everybody, you are listening to the voice of San Joaquin and Stockton. This is the Artist Hour, and tonight we have Cato on the Doh-nutz. Would it be fair to say that you guys are based out of Lodi?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
he's an outsider.
Lived in
Hey.
Lodi, but you know.
I
He's
live in
Tracy.
Tracy.
He's
That's
Tracy.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually born in England, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's British.
Noise.
Nice.
We got a bunch of diversity in this room.
Yeah. Well, where are you born?
Just here. It's them too. It's them too.
But
No,
it's
no, I'm-
all of us combined.
That's
that
true,
that
that's
diversity.
true.
I'm born in
We
Racine,
are the
Wisconsin,
American
Packerland.
melting
Oh,
pot.
I'm from here, Stockton, California.
Stockton,
baby.
California.
So you joined. When did you join Cato the Donuts?
A couple months ago, I think.
What's your donut name?
Bear Claw.
Bear Claw.
Bear Claw.
It's okay.
I remember.
I don't
you-
like Bear Claw.
I remember you
so-
told me the last time you were on the Artist Hour, you wanted to be what, Mossy Donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mossy. Well, I think
Mossy donut.
we were talking.
Love that, dude.
We were talking about that, but at the time he had hair down to here.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I announced to the crowd, it was like his first time he played with us. I go, hey man, we need to come up with a donut name. And somebody goes, he looks like a bear claw. I'm like, oh Trevor, that's your
That's it,
name.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
then he immediately went home and cut his hair.
Because of that. No, not because of that.
Because of that person, that one time
It's
at that
because
one
of
show.
that reason. No.
So
Yeah.
if you're listening, person,
No, it was not.
So you joined a couple months ago. How was it? How was the transition? Because you're from the Mossburns, you know. So was this after, before?
I'm still the Mossburns.
shout out
Well,
to the
of course.
Moss
Shout out
Burns.
to the Mossburns. It's all time management. Because he'll call me and say, can I do a gig? And if I can do the gig, then I'll do it. If I can't, then I can't.
Do you guys ever have the Mossburns and Cato and the Donuts on the same bill?
Rock Vember
For the
Fest.
future, yeah.
Yeah, Rock
definitely.
Vember Fest will both be
And
playing,
probably for
yeah.
future bills, too.
So are you going to bring in other members for the Mossburns, or are you going to just be you?
Well, if I get a live show booked, the only show I have booked left, which is from last year, actually, was like when the band was formed, was from him, which is Rock Vember Fest. And then after that, I don't have anything booked, so I've kind of shifted more into just like recording, like
Are you
music
talking
itself.
about the Rock Vember Fest?
The
happening
Rock
on
Vember
November-
Fest. Have you heard about Rock Vember Fest?
Rock
Yes,
Vember
2019.
Fest. November 9th and 10th.
That same Rock
Yes.
Vember Fest?
Be there or
The
be
same
square.
Rock
Sorry,
Vember Fest
I-
that has
sorry.
Best Friends Forever and Dirty Pillows on it?
I apologize
the
for
one.
the aggression.
That's the one. Darian Fields. You guys know Darian Fields?
Yes.
He's an amazing artist. I saw him out at Channel Brew. Shout out to Channel Brew. Those guys are always booking us. And yeah, I saw him out there. I said, dude, come play with us. You know what else he does? I'll shout out for him his artwork. If you don't, he does.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
He does.
you
What do
were
you
in
call
it,
it? Brought
you were
some.
in it.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
have
that's
brought
what
some.
I-
That's
yeah.
what
We
you
are
put out
always
here,
looking
yeah.
actually
Wait.
for artists.
Wait,
So
wait, guess what?
For what?
look at that.
Boom, yeah.
Rise
that's-
and shine. What is this, an art thing?
Yep, he
no,
put
it's
that
a
on there.
Sticker right there.
Oh.
That's
You know,
the
so while
Mossburns.
we're on that subject, we are looking for artists for Lodi Rock Vember Fest. People that do eclectic stuff. Your friend Les Polita,
Yes.
she said she wanted to do it, and then she contacted me today. Said, well, she doesn't have enough stuff. She doesn't think she has enough stuff to sell. And I said, okay.
She's a
but
really cool artist.
I love her stuff. I
Yes.
saw it on the Instagram via you.
Yeah,
And,
and
um,
she
You
does
guys
a
should
lot
check
for-
out,
You should
Matt
talk her
Moa.
into coming out, or even just tell her she can come out and put a couple things next to Trevor's stuff if she doesn't have enough to have her own display.
May I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Matt Moa, he's a local Stockton artist. He's the guitar player for a band called Cheap Shoes. He does really good graphic artwork, and he posts a lot of stuff on Instagram. So
Hit him up.
I'll
We're looking for artists because we're closing the street in front of 5 windows,
Okay.
and they're worried. We're kind of back and forth. I said, well, I don't want to close the street unless you can fill it up with stuff. I go, well, I don't want to tell a bunch of people they can come, and then if the street isn't closed, we
Yeah.
got no place to put them. So I told them, look, you close the street, I'll go find people. So now we're on the push to get more vendors. You know,
Another
like craft.
cool-
Anybody sells crafts too. If you're a craft vendor and you want to come out and sell some crafts, we just
Nice.
ask that you give a percentage of it
Cool.
to the veterans. Same with what he's doing.
Another cool artist, his name's Lobo in Stockton. He does a lot of painting.
Are you
Really
talking
cool
about the
murals, too.
Lobo that's gonna be with The Bright Side of Suicide,
Is
Ida
that
Fox?
Saturday night?
Yeah, that's
This is
Saturday,
Saturday
the
night.
28th.
There's a bright side to
This
suicide.
Saturday, this Saturday, yeah, that's my name.
Not for the person who actually does it. Though, right?
Well, the reason behind it, because I get a lot of people like giving me flack for it. So
Is this something? Is this your thing?
yeah. So
I thought you didn't have a band.
I don't have a band.
He's a one-man band.
Solo
Or
project.
you one-man band? Okay.
Right.
All right.
So there's in therapy sessions dealing with people who have lost people to suicide, there is a section of the literature that talks about the bright side of suicide, meaning the end of the suffering, the end of the worry, the end of basically the pain. Essentially, it's basically a silver lining. To
Suicide?
For
it's a
for the
it's a
person
silver
that,
line for the person.
that commits suicide.
No, for the person who has a
The
relative.
survivors. The survivors.
Right.
How
for
is there?
exa-
Like, I'm still not understanding. How
I
is
don't get that.
how is
So,
there a
say
bright
you're
side?
my
How is there
bro-
a
say you're
release
my
of
brother.
pain?
Say you're my brother,
Okay.
right? And I know that you deal with depression.
Okay, I get where you're
You
going.
know what I'm
I
saying?
get where you're going.
I
yeah.
never know if you're gonna come home
Yeah.
and blow your head against the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, at the end of that, there is an end to the suffering. There is an end to the worry, because essentially the person's gonna commit suicide. They're gonna commit suicide. You know, but there is a. I mean, it's obviously not an absolute. You know, there's
Yeah.
there's differences to all cases.
But aren't a lot of those people really reaching out for help, and then
I can't
they
speak
get
for
to a
every
point?
person. Who
Well, no, you
commits
can't. I mean,
suicide,
some,
you know?
but because a lot of, especially ones that take pills and they survive, and then they go on to
Mhm.
hopefully fix themselves. But so I was just in Niagara Falls last week. That's where
Uh-huh.
I'm from. I grew up in Niagara Falls, and I took this picture because you're coming up to the edge of the falls where the fence is.
Right.
There's a big sign that says suicide prevention. There is help. And I took that picture, and somebody kind of put it on Facebook. Somebody commented,
Right.
getting late for that because if you're heading to the falls, you know, because a lot of
Yeah.
people commit
Well, it's
suicide.
a last
Golgate
resort.
Bridge,
Yeah.
Golgate Bridge, Niagara Falls.
Those are last resorts. Those are
Yeah,
hopeful
yeah.
deterrents.
But it's tough on the survivors.
And
from
if
my
I go
experience,
to
but,
the core of where I got the name, it's a Nirvana lyric from the song "Milk It"
yeah.
from the In Utero
Hmm.
album.
Nirvana. I love Nirvana. It's a pretty cool band.
Yeah, and Kurt
they're,
Cobain. and
they're oversaturated now in this era, but
Oh, they've been.
yeah.
But anyway,
That's
so
true.
yeah, The Bright Side of Suicide, Ida Fox, Lobo, RC Saucy,
Santa Rosa.
Zoe Rose. Who else is gonna be there?
Where's
and
this at?
The
Where's
Weeds.
this?
That's gonna happen at the Flower Shop.
If
That's
you guys
at
haven't checked
344
out
California
The flower
Street.
shop in
In
Stockton.
Stockton?
Stockton.
Never heard of it.
Definitely need to.
Like
know
a
the
coffee shop
owner.
type thing, or
His
his name's Josh.
literally a
Maybe
venue.
I don't then. I met a lady there
It's
who's.
what?
It's
I was
just
talking
a
about
venue.
selling
It's like a
franchises
store
at
that's
the shop.
Okay.
that's
So-
emptied out,
oh, they
she,
only
she moved.
and they have the shows in the back.
Didn't it get burned down?
They have
It
a
did get
like
burned
a
down.
4
And that
they have
was,
like a 4 or 5 foot stage.
Huh.
It's pretty cool.
nice.
That the flower shop
Sounds
used
like
to
they
be,
need donuts.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they do.
The flower shop used to be called when you
Stockton
probably
Floral.
that too. It was Stockton Floral, and then it was the River Open Mic,
Oh,
and
okay.
so that's where they had a bunch of events there, and then it got burned down, and then the original lady moved, and so this guy named Josh, he came in and he opened up the flower shop,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been around for about a year now, and they've been throwing shows like crazy,
That's cool.
and that's the place to be in Stockton right now.
It's a really
Huh.
cool venue. If you have the
There's
You
chance
guys
to
played
go
there yet?
indoors and outdoors.
Have you played there yet?
I haven't yet, but he has.
I have.
I go to shows there all the time.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's indoors and outdoors.
Yeah. Like I said, I
I'll
love
also
those
make
kind
sure
of
I
little
post a
venues where
flyer
you just
for
go out and
that.
play your original stuff. And I know there's no money in it, I'm
Of
sure,
course.
but not like we do cover stuff. But cool. I'd like to play there.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's just a really welcoming place, you know.
Yeah,
And those are getting a little tough to come by.
they are.
Yeah, it's it's. I'm trying to figure out how I find more music fans in the Stockton, Lodi area.
How is the
because
music scene in Lodi?
we have a great scene for cover music
Mhm.
at a lot of the local bars and wineries do
Mhm.
have bands, mostly cover bands.
Karaoke night.
There's a little bit of that. I don't think that's too big, honestly, in Lodi.
No?
But
How
like-
often do you play in Lodi?
I have never played in Lodi.
But you're from Lodi.
I live in Lodi. I'm not from
oh
Lodi.
yeah,
Yeah.
you live in Lodi.
But so it's and this is something I'm trying to change, to have an event like Lodi Rock Vemberfest where the majority of what we're going to have people playing is going to be original music. And I'm hoping people are going to see it and enjoy it, because I know if we did this, if there's a way I could get the fans that go to Hangtown or High Sierra or Hardly Strictly Bluegrass or Outside Lands, people that are going to those events, Bottle Rock, I go to all these events.
Like
and
any of these bands you book on here, I could see playing.
Oh yeah,
Matt,
I mean,
anyone,
yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's not
And
like
it's
you're
like-
booking bad acts.
And that's kind of my goal. My goal is to book up and coming acts. And honestly, last year, Achilles Wheel and Joe Craven, these guys were kind of just coming on to the music festival scene.
And now look at them now.
And so
you
now
know?
they're playing all these gigs, and they're like, they want a lot more money, and I get that. And I go, well, hey, we're gonna go try and find somebody else that's maybe up and coming, and,
Yeah.
and be the be the next the next guy who I can't afford next year.
For sure. So with
That's your goal,
Yeah.
not to be Rock Vemberfest can't afford you
Yeah.
anymore.
So with Rock Vemberfest coming up, what can the audience expect from Cato the Donuts? Like, for example, songs you guys are playing for the ones who do know you guys.
Yeah, so
Do you
we'll
have
play.
any new songs?
I do. We'll play 2 sets. One will be with Corinne fronting us. That's Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday we're playing with our new saxophone player, Mike Dodaro,
Okay.
who not many people have seen him. He's only played with us once. We've got a brand new song called These Eyes, which is a great song.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to play that tonight because I'm playing my more serious political stuff. But and another one, Let the Music Set You Free, which I played. Did you guys play with us when we played? Or you were there at our show at Channel Brew around December? That was the first time
Yeah.
I played it out in December.
I was there.
That was, you weren't playing with us then. I had Marty then as my drummer. And, but yeah, that was the first time I played that. It's been refined a little bit. And I'm trying to figure out how we get the sax in on that phone. But those will probably be the 2 newest songs we'll be doing. I really love the one, Let the Music Set You Free. That's kind of our big song where I introduce the band, and he does a little solo, and Mark does a little solo.
Do you want to play first another song that you guys are going to be playing in Rock Vemberfest?
Yeah, we ready to play one? Let me talk about this one real quick. This one's called Hypocrisy, and I call this my anti-song. It's anti-greed, anti-dark money, anti-hypocrisy, and anti-spiritual optimism. And so, another thing that, where did I write this down?
spiritual optimism.
Spiritual optimism. People that take advantage of you because they are in a position of religious power.
Okay.
And
And
then
what is dark money?
Mm-hmm.
What is dark money?
Mhm.
Dark money is money. Well, let's say a lot of the lobbyists that lobby our politicians to promote pollution of the planet because, hey, there's more money that's being made there.
Right.
Or like, what about the Pentagon losing billions of dollars? Oh no, where did it go?
Yeah.
I would consider that dark money.
spending
They're doing a
thousands
good job, 'cause I have no idea what you're
$1,000
talking
on a hammer on a hammer for the military or whatever, right? So this
Yeah.
is all dark money that's been spent illegitimately, that's being paid by the American taxpayer, mostly the middle class. But so I'm going to read you a line from a book, and I did not bring the author, but
can't
it's a
read
book
the line,
called.
man.
No, I'm going to read the line anyway. But the cover of the book, it's not the name of the book, but is how the Republicans have gone crazy and the Democrats became useless. And as much as everybody's divided right now between Republican and Democrat, and the reality is, both of them are, I won't say the word, effing the middle class. Okay, and nobody gets that. Whether both. That's what's happened for the last 20, 30 years. So let me just say what he puts on. He goes, our government is hooked on war, genuflecting to big donors, enthralled to discredited economic theories, and utterly bereft of a moral compass. America's governing classes are selling their souls to entrenched interests, while our bridges collapse, our wages stagnate, and our water is increasingly undrinkable. And that just kind of sums up what has happened to our country in the last
Look at Flint.
30, 40 years. And I wish I knew how to fix it, but I think the only way is, we all got to go vote for who we believe in, whether it's right or left. Go vote for the person you think can fix it. And we'll see what happens. So the song is called Hypocrisy. And let's play it. And so this song's kind of catchy. And and I have a 4-year-old grandson, Ryder, and one of his best friends, Olivia, which is Mark, our bass player's niece. So both of them, they come out to our gigs a lot. And they both love this song. And they come up and dance. And if they knew what it meant. But they love the song, and they call it the Almighty Dollar Song. Like Olivia, last show, we go, I know the Almighty Dollar Song. And she comes up on stage. They come up on stage and dance with us. So.
Give in to temptation, the original sin. Deliver yourself, be saved. Why not get yours? Confess to the Almighty and bow down. Free from your squalor, bow down to the almighty dollar. Crucify yourself, preacher and minister. The Vatican and won't refrain from the Almighty. Forgiveness can be found at the bank of Jesus. Remove your clerical collar. Bow down to the almighty dollar. Bow down. Bow down to the almighty. Climb on the altar. Rise to power. Bow down. Let out a holler. Bow down. The almighty dollar. Mother T, don't you bother rolling your grace. Spend eternity with your currency. You can't stop him. He's a brawler. So hail to the chief as he spews from his throne. Join the fold. Build a wall. Condemn yourself to the hypocrisy. Bow down. You know he's no scholar. He'll always bow down to the almighty dollar. So use your trump card. Buy a ticket to Mammon. Shoot your wad. Fly first class. Salvation comes once you bow down. Why not get yours? Come on, you got the power. Bow down to the almighty dollar.
Bow down. Bow down to the Almighty. Climb the altar. Rise to power. Bow down. Let out a holler. Bow down to the almighty dollar. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down. Bow down.
What song was that again?
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. So for the ones just tuning in, this is the voice of Sound King, EBOSJ, and tonight we got Kato and the Dohnutz, and that song was called Hypocrisy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because
Nice.
we have a lot of hypocrisy going on.
No,
right
that's
now,
so
you know?
true.
It's,
I wanted to shout out to a couple shows coming up
okay.
that maybe if you guys wanted to see, you know, we're friends forever. We got we're playing at this this bar called, and I pronounce it wrong every time, but it's called Chitavaz Salsa and Sports Bar. It's Stockton, and it's where the waterfront warehouse is in front of the Children's Museum. And
What's it called?
Chitavaz Salsa and Sports Bar.
Alejo. Maybe you can say that better?
It's
How do you pronounce it?
Oh, you don't either. That's a Mexican name.
Chitiva.
Chitiva.
There you go. Salsa and Sports Bar.
Chitiva way.
And it's all good. We're playing with this guy named Ben, and then it's gonna be a diverse show because it's two metal bands. This band called Down Cipher, and then Abysmal Piss. So they're like,
Ooh, they played
Miserable
with
Piss.
Yes.
They played with
That's like
who was
El
it?
Miserable.
Accidentally Murdered.
yes. So they're heavy metal, and then Ben, he does more like acoustic, and you know he's a solo artist. And then Worst Friends Forever and Saga, and so both the bands, you know, managing and stuff. So Saga plays punk rock and we play alternative rock. So the shows is gonna be really cool because there's gonna be a lot of diverse, you know, metal, alternative, punk, you know, acoustic.
What is it?
It's gonna be October 18th. That's coming up, and
I'll be in Mexico, but you can go.
you should come. It's definitely gonna
Come
be
around.
fun.
Come around.
And that's the first show for Worst Friends. Second show, they're playing October 30th at this place called X Bar, and it's in Cupertino. So it's in the Bay Area, and it's a bowling alley.
That's like a Monday, right?
Wednesday,
Wednesday?
because Halloween's Thursday.
Oh, okay. Which I know I'm at Hangtown, which is like, maybe that's the 24th, 25th, 26th, 20th. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's 24th.
And so that's gonna be fun to always play in the Bay. I'm trying to branch more out into the Bay.
Trying to get away from
And then yeah,
It's tough.
Trying to
man.
get away
It
from
is.
the
We play
band,
gigs
man.
there, and it's like, yeah, we got offered a gig there. Corinne and I did a show for next Thursday, but we had to guarantee we're going to sell like 30 or 40 tickets.
yeah, that's
I'm
that's
like-
kind of how it is.
I
It's-
go,
it's
wait a minute. If
competition
I
there,
sell
you know?
30 tickets for $30 each, I could just put on my own show.
Yeah.
and make
Yeah.
more money.
Yeah, of course. And you know, of course, then there's Lodi Rock Fest. You can catch them.
Yep. Cool. Well, let me
November
tell you some gigs we got coming up. Then we are playing. In fact, I should probably tell you, Driver, because you need to be there.
I'll check my calendar.
We're playing. Yeah, I think they're all on the website now. So we got a website. We got a website. Go to the website,
Maybe.
thedonuts.wordpress.com, and that website is also the Rocktoberfest website. We're probably going to upgrade that next year. It's a free website. I'm trying to do things as minimal cost
What's
as
the
possible.
website name so I can put it up on the?
The Donuts, TheDohnutz .wordpress, WRDPRESS.com.
I've been on that.
I'm gonna
that
do that
website.
later.
Yeah, because that's where the Rocktoberfest exists too.
I'm gonna post it after.
And so if you go to my website, there are links to, or there are whatever you call the pages in the website. You know, I've got a page for
Comments,
my shows,
yeah.
and I've got a page for Archive, which is Rocktoberfest 17 and 18. You can go see how much fun we had last year and the year before, and then we got a page for this year coming up. But we'll be playing October 4th, next Friday, at Woodbridge Uncorked
Okay.
in Woodbridge. And then November 1st,
This Saturday,
we are.
too.
Oh, that's right. We're this Saturday. Well, that's a private. We're doing a private event this Saturday at a brewery called. It's a home brewer type thing.
Okay.
Called Delta Brew. But shout out to Delta Brew. These guys, they are going to donate beer, as well as the Loca Wine Association. They are donating wine, so we're getting wine and beer at our Rockvemberfest. So you'll be able to come and buy a ticket, which 100% of the price of that ticket goes to our event and to our veterans, and then you'll go taste these wines and beers, and we're going to be super generous about that. It's going to be a happy hour from 3 to 6 where people can come out and taste and experience some of what the homemade guys are doing. And Delta's doing some amazing beer, as well as my friend John Gresham. Shout out, John. I know you don't do any social media, so you're not going to see this, but your friend Glenn will. And so yeah, he's making some amazing wines, right in his buddy's shop. So where was I going to start? Oh yes, for the rest of our gigs. So then we're playing
1st.
November 1st. We're playing Scotto's. November 2nd, we're playing Cast Iron here in here in Stockton.
Nice. Shout out to Cast Iron.
Yeah, and then we got a couple after Rockvemberfest. We're playing Tower Park, I think the week after Rockvemberfest, and then we're playing Cellar Door Thanksgiving weekend.
Nice.
So yeah, we got some stuff coming up.
So we got a raffle going on, and
We won?
Nah. So we're raffling off merch from the bands we've had on the show. Your business card, the Mossbirds business card, and the Mossbirds sticker is actually in the raffle.
How?
And so,
I could add some fresh stickers to that too.
yes,
Oh.
the more the merrier.
I was almost going to bring some of Corinne's merch that I have now,
Should've.
but I'm thinking, Zach, she's going to go, Dad, what are you doing selling my merch at your event? I didn't know you had a raffle thing
Yeah.
going on. But we'll get you some. We'll get you some to stick in there.
So, there's an event the Voice of Joaquin is putting on, and it's called the Tower Up Series Concert. Corinne was on it in 2017. Dude, it's called Tower Up. There's a flyer actually in the lobby area.
Was that the one we had Channel Brew?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Are they doing that again at Channel
Yes.
Brew?
No. So what happened was it kind of died in 2017.
Okay.
And so I'm picking back up the concert
Oh, good.
series.
Good.
How?
And
Handling it.
and it's actually going to be at Blackwater Cafe. I'm
Okay.
going the first one since 2017.
Nice.
And I'm going to be raffling off some merch, like Santa Rosa merch. Their band in Stockton.
When is
and
it?
Thank you. And some 6 Years Today merch. And so that's going to be there. But it's going to be $5 at Blackwater.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5 bands. We got 6 Years Today, Santa Rosa, Saga,
Yep.
and then PS Look Down. They're from Sacramento.
I'm
and
the giver.
Nam the Giver. So Nam the Giver is the band from Sacramento too, and they're gonna.
Who's the headliner?
Nam the Giver.
All right, I'll have to check them out.
Yep.
And all the.
When is that?
October 5th, so it's gonna be next Saturday.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm playing in San Jose with Corinne. I didn't mention that show. We're opening a furniture store.
I love San Jose.
Yeah, they can't pay us, but they said they could give us a table. So like, oh fine.
Deal.
So I'm getting a
They can
custom
pay
table,
you,
custom table made
Deal.
for my
They can
cabin.
pay
So
you
I'm,
in exposures.
I'm okay with that.
3
but,
exposures will get your gas tank filled up.
I wanted to correct it. So the October 5th is gonna be Santa Rosa, 6 Years Today, Saga, and this band called Insect Politics. They're upcoming with Saga.
insect politics.
Also,
It's actually
they
been
need to
live.
learn hypocrisy.
they've also been on our show
Yes.
before, so
Have they?
they're
So
artists that were
so
veterans.
5 bands, but 4 of those bands have been on the show
Yeet.
on the Artist Hour, and so all 4 plus Nam the Giver from SAC is gonna headline.
Why
And-
don't we have Nom the Giver?
Why?
We should.
We are.
We are?
Yes. The
Yeet.
10th episode of season 2. It's gonna be after Worst Friends.
Episode of season 2. This sounds like Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And so all
Never ends.
all the proceeds goes to the Voice of Joaquin, and the whole point is to fundraise.
Levels. The sun
Good.
So we can get better equipment. This room won't be so hot.
AC.
You know how it is.
Impossible.
You know
with
what I'll
these
offer
spaces
to you
in it.
guys, if you want to like broadcast from Rockvemberfest, either at Idle or at 5 Wind. 5 Wind, we're gonna have a lot of room on the road, so
Okay.
maybe you could put up a booth during the day, probably at night. There's not gonna be much lighting. but
Get the Voice of Joaquin there.
Random.
you could
interview.
do that. And you could ask for donations and what
That'd
you're
be dope.
doing, and
Yes.
get people going. So yeah, we want to fill up the whole street with booths, and you have a little sunshield tip thing, make it a spot.
Because I know the station's been talking about trying to work with Lodi, you know, with the Rock Vimmerfest.
Yeah. I mean, I know you asked about donating, but it's like, boy, we are doing really good in our fundraising, and I'll even introduce you to the guy when you come out who's doing that for us, and maybe give you some tips on he's fundraising, because he's doing some amazing things this year. We're raising a bunch of money already from corporate vendors, and that's really, you know, well,
That's really good.
It's
though.
easier.
Isn't that a bad word?
Corporate?
Corporate.
No. I mean,
shouldn't
it's like
be.
no. I mean, there's plenty of good corporations out there. There's plenty that, you know, don't do what's right, but there's plenty that do what's right.
Yeah.
And so, and all these ones that, you know, you see all these sponsors on the back of this card. That's
Yeah.
from those are last year's sponsors. We've probably got another 50% of that new sponsors coming
Nice.
in. And
Merch.
yeah, that's our T-shirt guy.
Yeah, they made my t-shirts too.
Really, but anyway, it's if you want to come out and have a little booth, have at it. You know.
For sure, it's gonna be the first time picking up, cause I throw shows multiple times. You've been to actually one of Worst Friends shows. Remember the 444 show?
Yeah, we played it.
Yep.
Yep.
And the Mossburns played my 21st 444 show.
We did.
And
So you need to have us in another show now.
Yes.
Let us know, man.
And
I'll
so-
come play. It's so close. I got no problem.
And so the 444 show it was doing good for what it was in the beginning of the year last year, but it's Tower Up came, opportunity, and it's already pretty known.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the leap on this one and do it right. October
And
5th.
Blackwater's great, but don't you need like a bigger venue when you have that many
So,
bands that bring people out?
I want to start off with Blackwater for the
Right.
first one, see
Okay.
how it goes, and then eventually go to bigger venues like there's in Channel Brew.
Let's reopen the Sunset
Yeah.
Theater in Lodi.
You're not the first. So I've actually.
I know.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
No,
It just
needs
it's
a lot
just
of work.
Too much money.
It
needs
a lot of
to-
work.
to put it up to code.
You could buy it for next to nothing, but it's too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
what's-
looked at the bakery next door,
Oh,
believe it
did
or not,
you?
because I helped a guy open a bakery in Fresno. 'Cause that's what I do.
Oh, for sure.
And
We gotta
uh,
open up Cato the bakery.
too much work. I wouldn't
That's
have time
true.
to
I
write
mean-
songs. So.
And in Channel Brew, they worked hand in hand with our other past Tower Up series concert shows. Same with
Right,
on the
right.
Ave on Miracle Mile. So this is gonna be a new experience, and it should go good because the lineup, man, this lineup's gonna be so big, so good. Two
Ooh.
upcoming bands, Worst Friends.
Shout out to Wound Man.
a guy,
Modesto.
the band Nam the Giver, and hopefully the point is to have all the bands that I've had on this show to be on the Tower Up, to be on the next.
Right.
So maybe the next one could be Cato the Dohnutz,
Sure.
the Mossburns,
We're down.
Before we move
Bright Side of
away
Suicide.
from, before we move on away from the shout-outs, I'm going to plug in my show because I can. So I'm going to be playing it's the Bright Side of Suicide with RC Saucy, Zoe Rose, Lobo, Ida Fox, Running Amok, Weebs, and there's somebody else that I'm missing right now. That's going to be this Saturday, September 28th at the Flower Shop. There's going to be tattoos done by Host. Again, that's the Flower Shop. That's 443 North California
So
Street.
you can walk in and get a tattoo.
I don't know. Come on to the show and find
Most
out.
likely.
It's gonna be at 7 p.m. So if you're gonna get a tattoo, that's the time to get it. And yeah, so come through, and we'll hope to see you guys there.
So when I start season 3, going into the Artist Hour, the first episode's gonna be the owner of the Flower Shop. So it's gonna be,
Nice.
and he does music himself too. But it's gonna be our first guest that kind of owns a business in music,
Right.
And so the goal is to sit down and talk with them so we can get these bands that have been on the show that are trying to find shows.
Where
We'll
did
all-
the Illuminati
to
meet?
all connect it,
Yeah.
To all connect it. So it's a big circle.
So I heard you mention Running Amok. They're playing
Yeah.
for
I
us.
was gonna, How do you have you heard them before?
Where did I meet those guys at? I think I saw them at an open mic and invited
They
them out.
play in Lodi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've had them on the show too.
Yeah,
So
we
like I
have.
said, it's all a big circle.
Yeah.
I think they play at Five Windows.
I didn't see him. I saw him somewhere in Stockton at I believe an open mic. Maybe that one at the coffee shop.
Yeah,
Who's it?
Terra Coffee Shop.
Is it who's
It was the
who's it?
Mexican
What's the kid's
Heritage
name?
Center.
What's the kid's name? Who's the main guy in Running Amok? I think he's
Anthony.
Anthony. Yeah. Okay.
He had long hair
Amazing
like Trevor
guitar
too.
player, right? Good
yeah.
guitar. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's I've seen him at Blackwater too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's where I've seen him. But so those guys will be there. So
They're bluegrass. Do you know they're bluegrass / punk?
I would call them newgrass. Is what
New-
I
newgrass.
I would define that.
Newgrass.
But anyway, yeah, it's they do some cool stuff.
That's
and
fun. You're great.
you know, it's amazing what some people do with acoustic instruments. Even this, you know, I've been playing mostly electric lately because I'm new to the Stratocaster. I'm really trying to learn it. But I love when I come out and play something like Said is normally an electric song for us, and I really like playing that tonight and bringing it out and putting it on this guitar again. But yeah, and I would encourage you guys, please promote for Rock Emberfest at your shows.
And if you have somebody drop out, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll
For
fill
sure,
in.
for sure.
He's been trying to get on in a while, and I've been telling him, all right, I'll see what Kevin can do, but I know, 40 acts this year, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're looking for volunteers too, by the way. So
for sure.
anybody wants to get in for free and be there the whole weekend, all you gotta do is work 4 hours.
That is a
And then
very
you got-
good opportunity.
And then you got a
Make sure
weekend
you pay
pass.
attention to that.
So any of your young people out there that are strapped for money and not rich like me and Trevor,
Then you can
I'm
see,
not
you
rich.
can see
I am
Worst
not
Friends for
rich.
free.
Let me tell you
Worst
that.
Friends for free, and as well as many other amazing bands this year. And
I'll definitely be there Friday. I'll try to be there Friday, maybe during the day, maybe Saturday too.
we might have you play Friday, by the way. In fact,
Ooh.
Alejo, we got that
Yes.
right again? Maybe we get you out Friday because what we're going to do, the Friday before the event, because last year was a 3-day event.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
A lot of volunteers are like, oh, it was too much. We worked here. Let's do 2 days. Some people only want to do 1 day. I'm like, it's not a festival. It's 1 day. It's got to be at least 2 days.
Right.
So let's do the weekend. So anyway, so we are going to do Friday. I'll play. Moss Burns will probably play if they're available, or he'll definitely play.
I'll do
anyway.
it by myself. Or not.
And so we're just gonna do like maybe 4 or 5 bands, everybody like 45 minutes, like my whole deal. And so I know we're gonna call it a Taste of Rock. Come out
Okay.
for free. We're
There
not
you
gonna
go.
we're not gonna have the sampling and the food and all the crafts. We're not gonna have all that Friday. It's just gonna be music.
But you're gonna sample the guest that's the
And we
artist
at
that's
this
gonna
point,
play.
5 Windows is signed up for it. I'm not sure about Idle yet because we still gotta figure out sound. Because
It's
I
the purge.
Duck and cover.
But anyway, yeah, volunteers and come out. If you come out Friday and check us out for free, and you love what you hear, you're gonna get even a lot better. Over
That's
the course of the
definitely a
weekend.
really smart marketing. That's
Yeah, just to get
that's
people
really
to come
smart.
out, because then between every show, every 45 minutes,
Yeah.
me or somebody else can get up on the stage and go, hey, come tomorrow. It's $15. Come and support our veterans. And
I'll talk to Worst Friends, see if they're in.
yeah, so and I'm gonna tell a story. I don't know if we have time tonight. You got time for a 2-minute story?
Somebody
actually-
asking me what's going on at Running Iron.
What's that? You guys done or no?
What's
No,
going
no.
on at Running Iron?
Running Iron?
Yeah, were you guys talking about a show at Running Iron right now?
What's that?
Running Iron?
No.
somebody
Was it
asking
cast-
me,
is
what's
it
going on
cast
at
iron?
Running
Oh, cast iron. Cast iron.
Oh,
Yeah,
cast
that's a
iron.
restaurant here right next door to Channel Brew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we play there pretty regular.
Okay.
We play there quite. So we're playing there the 2nd.
The
Okay.
second.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
I wanted-
2nd
I wanted
October
to-
for my buddy Jay. He's actually in a band called Deaths, and
Oh, they're a good
that's a
band.
band that I really wish they would come back. So come back, Jay.
I wanted to ask you guys, for the ones who are interested in, are they participating in Rock Emberfest or maybe buying tickets, where can they go and, get entry into Rock Emberfest?
So you can go on Eventbrite. If you go to the website, thedohnutz.wordpress.com, and then maybe I'll send you the link to the tickets will be there. But also I
Okay.
can send you a link. Or if you go on there, you
Yeah.
can take that link and cut and paste
Of
it
course.
and put it on all the stuff you did for us tonight.
Yeah,
So that's probably the easiest way to get tickets.
I've actually been promoting the event for 3 episodes now.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course. In the little portion on my description, I put events to look forward to.
Cool.
And I've plugged Rock Emberfest 3 times now. So.
Right on. But also, you can go into Idle Beer Works or 5 Window. They have paper tickets available, so you don't have to pay the $1 fee or whatever it is at Eventbrite.
It's actually like $1.50.
Is it? Yeah.
It's expensive.
I don't know. I get in for free.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah. So like I said, if you want to get in for free, volunteer. Come and volunteer, and you guys will get in because we probably need another 20 or 30 people to really fill our slots. So nobody. Last year we had people that worked a lot of hours because we just didn't have enough people.
What
Yeah.
kind of, I guess
Jobs.
Yeah, jobs. Will you
So
guys be
anything, if you have
having?
experience in sound, we need people like to haul gear on off and on
Okay.
stages.
I remember last year I helped set up the outdoor stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we got that going on. Even like Saturday morning, we're gonna need help with setting up stages. I'm putting up some portable stages and hauling in all the sound gear and getting that all
Cool.
set up. And then there's
That way people have an idea of, you know,
yeah,
what
there's
they would be
ticket
signing up
taking,
for.
just take security, watching the gate. So people come in, you got to check that they got a wristband, or
Right.
they got to go to the ticket. We'll have like one place for tickets. Say you can't get this entrance unless you got a wristband.
Right,
Go
right,
to the other one. Security. What else?
Parking?
Parking.
Yeah, well, probably somebody make sure that we're gonna have spots or designated parking only for the bands coming in to load and unload their gear.
Oh, that's cool.
So that'll be
That's
something
really
going on.
nice.
But you know, but if somebody's interested, tell them they just send us an email, and I will send a list. I just sent out to a couple of people today of everything we have available. And even right now, we're looking for people to put up posters, and I wish I had more for you guys. I've just been gone for 10 days back east visiting family, and I gave out all my posters before I left. But now I think I'm going to order some more because you know, let's saturate
Yeah,
what I stock.
And
the
besides
more the
people's time,
merrier.
is there
you know?
anything you guys might be able to might need from the people? I
Like-
don't know, donations for anything.
Well,
or-
yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. That's something I should mention that if you work for a large business, and you think they might be interested in donating to our veterans that have PTSD, you can go online and find the information out, or send me their email. We have a guy, George Gibson, who's done an amazing song for our veterans called Johnny, This Ain't Right. It's about a soldier who has PTSD and commits the dark side of suicide.
Right,
And
right.
so he's running our fundraising, and he's done a great job. But yeah, so if there's places that, you know, you have let's say you work for somebody, you have a contact,
Right.
you go, hey, I work for, you know, the mechanic shop down the road, and these guys, you know, the guy's a veteran, you know. And the other thing I'll say, so not only if they're willing to donate to our event, but if you know any veterans or active duty military, they all get in for free.
Bring them.
Oh,
And
that's
I've made my
that's
pledge.
important.
I will personally buy any veteran that I meet a beer.
Nice.
So hopefully
Huh.
I'm going to get a
That's
discount
what's
on
up.
that.
Nice. So
But yeah, so I bought a lot of people beers. I bought a lot of beers last year.
so next week we're gonna have Worst Friends Forever on the show, and they're gonna come talk about.
You're going to
those
do the
events.
show and be the show.
Are you gonna like
Yeah.
put on a different hat?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
ask yourself
Yeah,
different
just-
So
questions?
Josh,
Take
how
it
long
off
have you
your
been with
face.
Worst Friends Forever? Well, you know, I
Yeah,
started
yeah,
on
yeah,
August
yeah.
29th,
Yeah.
2017.
See, it's gonna be tricky, but
Just give me a list of questions, and I'll ask you anything you want.
it's actually funny because my drummer, I
Plant-
started it and
planted
then I picked up my
questions.
drummer Jay.
You can
a
run your
week
own
after.
interview.
So he's
Jay's great.
Jay's a
Oh my
he's
God.
Jay's
been-
a
you could have
super
the
drummer.
full
Split.
band as me.
Josh, we could have the 4 split, and I'll just have 2 cameras focusing on
Yeah.
you, and you just look at one and answer on the other one.
There you go.
Ask
There
a
you go.
question and answer to the other one.
But yeah, next week we're gonna have Worst Friends Forever on the 9th episode, and then the 10th episode is gonna be, like I said, Nom the Giver to close off season 2, and I think season 3.
Can I see that flyer real quick?
Yes, you can. Season.
What do you
3,
take? A couple months off and then start again in January?
Maybe I
Yeah.
should. Season 3, I kind of want to go more into bringing in artists, cause you know I try to focus on local, but I wanna branch out more. You know, maybe bands from the Bay, maybe out more. You know, distance bands, and getting in businesses,
There's a guy
local businesses.
in Walnut Creek, Up the Creek Records. I bet he would come in. He
Definitely.
owns a record store. He would come in. He's really cool.
Another good question I was gonna ask that I forgot to mention is: are you guys gonna get 104.1 The Hawk again?
Shout out to my bone.
Probably
my boy
not. We did 2
Bones
radio
in the
stations
booth
last year.
At
and
104.1
I don't
Hawk.
think it had an impact on ticket sales for us. So it's just and we paid for those radio
I was
those radio
excited to see
stations.
him there.
So, yeah,
I was
good
great they
job.
came, but they didn't actually
did-
broadcast from there, which
Yeah.
disappointed. We knew they were coming. I mean, it was cool to have them there, but you know, I actually told them, hey, give away 20 tickets. You know how many tickets I gave away?
I mean,
0.
gee.
And I'm like, geez, I said give away tickets. I mean, nobody.
You
I
know,
mean,
raffle
I
it
don't
on
know.
the air, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't know if they tried or if they're just busy or we weren't a big enough event. But I'm like, because look, all you gotta do is I go the day before the event, send me an email, give me a list of names that you gave it away to, and I'm just gonna put it on the will call list.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
That's lame.
So I just, you know, every penny we spend that doesn't make us money
Yeah.
is a cost less that goes to the veterans.
Just cut back.
So
you know.
so I really look at what, you know, where we're spending our money and do we get a return on it. Like, so I don't know if you've seen any of our banners up around town.
Mhm.
We got the big, you know, there's
Yeah.
a couple in Lodi and a couple in Stockton. I mean, those aren't cheap. I'm gonna
No.
hope those are gonna bring more ticket sales in
Of
because
course.
there's still people I'll meet, you know, today that, oh yeah, I heard of Lodi Riverfest. No, I never heard of it. You think if you lived in Lodi, you know, this is our 3rd annual because like,
Yeah.
everybody knows the great,
So I've
great
only
festival.
lived there for about maybe like 5 years, and I mean, I know that it's a staple name. I've heard it.
You've heard it, okay.
Yeah, I've heard it. And I
But have you
haven't
come
been to it.
yet?
I have not.
You're
come
coming
to
this
it.
year, though, right?
Yeah,
Alejo, are you coming?
I'm coming.
Coming, for sure.
Dude, I'm
Okay.
there.
All right, you're bringing your 8-year-old kid because it's family friendly.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
So
He can dance on the stage with the donuts.
yeah.
Nice.
I'm kid friendly.
nice.
Kid friendly.
To end the show,
I'm gonna bring Hunter.
was there anything you wanted to tell the guests? Last minute things. the
I'm gonna
Where to
viewers
give-
find you?
watching?
Where to listen to your music? Do you guys have music up?
I don't.
What
I
are your
got,
Alright,
links
for
for
sure.
your social
I got
media?
some
So
stuff
then come
on
to the
YouTube,
show so you
but
guys
come-
can hear it.
but come to it. Go on my Instagram, which is Doh and the Donuts, and then also my Facebook is Doh and the Donuts. I post a
With a
lot of
Z.
videos of us
Donuts.
Yeah,
playing
of
live.
course.
I do a lot of that stuff. I need to get in the recording studio. I love to perform. That's what I like to play music and perform. Getting in the studio becomes work for me, and then
Right.
you got to make that time and get people to come out.
If
But I
I
do want
may-
to finish on one. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to finish on one thing. I just spent a week back east visiting family, and then in between visiting families between 2 weekends, I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time, and I went to Gettysburg, which is a Civil
Nice.
War
Big.
Yeah.
battle site. Washington, D.C. is amazing, and honestly, I was getting a little burned out on Rock Member Fest a week ago. Like,
Yeah.
man, this is just, it's just a lot of work, you know.
It is.
And so
Can only
so anyway, so I
imagine.
go there and I go and see the I see Arlington, the cemetery.
Right.
I see the World War II monument, and then I go to Vietnam Veterans Wall. And so I'm like, and I'm a big war buff. I read a lot of books about war,
Right.
and so I go, I don't know anybody who died, even though I've read a lot of them. I always remember the authors. I'm like, well, I'll just go. Let me see if I can find an O'Connell, because on the wall. So I go. There's 4 O'Connells, my last name, and then there's 1 Kevin O'Connell. I'm like, I gotta go find this guy. So I find him in the wall. I hold up my card, take a picture. I leave the card, like, all right, Kevin, I'm inviting you to Rock Member Fest, wherever you are. And the next night I go back because we're with my niece lives there, and she showed us around. We were close. Like, let's go see the wall at night. The card was gone, so I'm hoping some veteran came by and grabbed it. But anyway, so then we go on to Gettysburg, where my great-great-grandfather was a Civil War hero, and they got a big monument. He was a, and I knew this from when I was a kid, but I never went there
Which
and saw
side?
it. What's that?
Which side?
German side. So Wiedrich. I call him Papa Wiedrich now after being a. But so he fought off. He was on a hill. He was like the turning point of the war was Gettysburg, and he was one of the batteries that fought off these Louisiana Tigers, which were the meanest Southern rebels, coming up a hill. And he was a cannon battalion. They overtook the cannons and were overtaking his men. His men don't have guns. They're shooting cannons. One guy got blown away with a cannon. He tried claiming the cabin. The guy didn't know the thing was loaded, pulled the trigger, blew the other guy away. And then the other guys started fighting with the spikes that go in the cabin. So they're knocking guys down. Then another regiment came and helped him. Anyway, they fought him off. So that's how he got this notoriety. And he's from Buffalo, New York, which is where I'm from, Niagara Falls, close by. And so then we go on to Buffalo. I'm going to a football game with my family. And we get there. I go, I want to go see Wiedrich's history museum. He's in the history museum there. Turned out it was closed Monday. So we went to the cemetery. But first we go on the water in Buffalo. They have a submarine and a battleship. And I'm looking at that. I go, let's go check this out. We walk over there. Here's a Western New York Vietnam Wall. And I look up the first name I see, Kevin G. O'Connell, the guy I found.
Oh, really? Same wall?
And in Vietnam, well, he's the same guy who died. And
Oh, yeah.
so I'm like, holy cow, what are the chances? And so then, and I'm kicking myself today because I didn't look it up till Tuesday. I got home, and I Googled his name, and they actually show a picture of it. You can Google it. It's called Faces of Vietnam. You can find these people and they have their face. And so I look at him. He grew up in Williamsville, 20 miles from where I grew up. My hockey team played his high school hockey team. Now, granted, he's 12 years older than me. And he's buried in Forest Lawn Cemetery, where my great-great-grandfather is buried.
Oh,
Who I just went and saw his gravestone, and I thought, why did I look at this sooner? I could have went and visited his grave. And
That's interesting.
so anyway, I mean, I really got goosebumps when that happened.
Yeah.
Now honestly, I feel like I need to find this guy's family.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm related. I don't even know because they're both O'Connell, but
Maybe
the
it's you.
O'Connells are, reincarnated, right? But yeah, it's good. It's good. And then one last thing, which all draws us back to Rock Member Fest. As you know, you go in the cemetery, huge cemetery, 290 acres, so you can't find anybody. So you go to the office and they give you a map and they show you exactly where it is. Here he is. He goes, by the way, we have some other interesting graves here you might be interested in. For instance, long hair, Rick James is from Buffalo, which I didn't know that. You know, Rick James is a big funk guy. Freak,
He's an
Super
Arlington?
Freak. He wrote Super
He's
Freak.
an Arlington
You're a
freak?
Super Freak. No, this is Forest Lawn in Buffalo, New York.
Okay, never mind.
But which is yeah. So he's got, and I'm gonna post all this on my social media when I get around. He's got a great big headstone with him playing guitar. Picture of him in grave playing a guitar.
Wow.
It is a cool headstone. I want one just like it. But
Giant donut.
so anyway, so that was my week of travel last week in between partying with my family
Now
and.
it's time to track back down for Rockland.
Exactly, and it's I'm so motivated now because you know when you go to Arlington especially and you see how many people have died for our country, for our freedom, that hey, what's this little bit of work I got to do to
Yeah.
help some of these guys
So
out.
Alejo,
So that's why I do this, and yeah,
for the ones who are interested in Rocktoberfest, hit Kiddo the Donuts up. And do you want to close the show tonight?
Yeah, before we close, just a reminder that we are booking for season 3. So if
We
you're
are.
interested in having your band, your art featured, anything like that, just hit myself up or Josh, or at the station's Facebook, The Voice of San Joaquin in Stockton. Josh on Instagram, poison.bites.
Shout out to my
Uh,
sticker guys named Sticker Plug X for doing our business cards.
And you can
Sticker
hit me
Plug
up
X.
on Instagram at Brightside Music. Again, this has been the Artist Hour on The Voice of San Joaquin and Stockton. Tonight we had Cato and the Donuts. And next week we'll have
Worst Friends Forever.
And we hope to see you guys then. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
over and out, guys.